to breathe and notice. Notice how, as we say in somatics, your body is expressing itself right now. How does it feel? So let's just start with the breath as well. Taking that nice deep breath in through the nose, you can feel the belly expand. And keeping the mouth closed, let's just slow exhale. And as you exhale through the nose, just let the body just sink down and relax. And inhale, and you can do the inhale, exhale. I'm not even going to count today. Just do it at what feels comfortable for you. Really draw that air out slowly through the nose. Relaxing deeper. Just settling everything down onto the floor. I'm going to do 2 more breaths. As you're exhaling, you might want to now let's do a nice body scan. Let's start down at the toes. So just put your focus down on your toes. You might even want to wiggle them. It's kind of nice to wiggle the toes. See if you can you just wiggle the big toes? My big toes are not cooperating. They're wiggling along with the rest of them. And then maybe the rest of the toes. And then just put your focus maybe on the pads of the ball joints and the instep and the heels. Noticing what it feels like to have your heels on the ground. And in order to really sense that, you have to press them down a little bit. Maybe do that and just notice. So gently press just the heels down a little and then relax it. Now I noticed, do it again, press down gently. Notice what else tenses just to have that happen. Like I feel that all the way up into my lower back. And then just release it slowly and relax. That's a little bit of a pandiculation actually. So I just found that interesting in that I didn't realize that if I pressed my heels down, I would feel it in my lower back. Let's take the feet, rotate the whole foot and the leg so the toes are facing straight up to the ceiling. You might have noticed what you feel even in the pelvis as you brought those feet up. Inner thigh, outer thigh. Now slowly, and notice what happens as you slowly let those legs drop back out to the sides, feet to the sides, and relax. Let's do it just one more time, but this time, flex the feet. Reach through the heels. Now, slowly start to bring those feet in towards the center. So you're going to be doing an internal rotation. Feel like right now, I just feel my tailbone. Slowly bring them back out. All the way. Ooh, are you shaking? If so, we know we just found something. And at the very end, completely relax. So that's just a really gentle way to start to internal and externally rotate those hips because we're going to be doing that as well. Beautiful work. All right, now just bringing your focus up to underneath the knee. What might happen, and notice everything that happens as you do this, intend first to press the back of the knee down into the ground. So first just intend. Notice what happens. Then go a little bit more and press down the back of the knee. What happens even all the way up into your feet and the front of the legs and the quads. And then slowly relax that and let it go. Interesting, I just got a release. Oh, okay. Bring your focus up into the pelvis. Just feel it. Good, notice. Do you feel your glutes at all? let's just gently squeeze the right glute, just the right glute. Just start to tighten it. Feel what all you feel down into the foot and up the body. And now slowly as you can, release it. And if you get shaking, that just shows you that the brain has lost a bit of connection on that. Completely release it and then relax everything. Now we're going to do it on the left tush. So just start to squeeze the left tush, noticing what else is happening. Squeeze it tight. Feel all the way down, toes all the way up, and then slow release. Whoop. As I get close to the bottom, I start to shake. Just interesting. So that's slow release and then the relax. Again, a nice bandiculation. Now, let's see if we can do both together. You ready? So squeeze both. Slow squeeze so that you can really sense the tightening. So here's something I'm noticing. As I'm tightening those, I feel my legs come up and hug into my torso. And maybe even my shoulders down. Now we've done something like this before. And now slow release both of them. Can you release both of them at the same time in the same way? Slow, slow. What shakes, what doesn't, and where? And at the very bottom, let it go and just relax. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Let it all go. Beautiful. Just noticing lower back. Let's bring our focus up to shoulder blades. Let's play with the blades for a minute. So let's just, if you can, and you might need to press your shoulders down, but see if you can feel the blades. So yeah, for me to feel my blades, I have to kind of press my shoulders down. And then I'm going to feel like I'm actually lifting the girls up. So I'm getting a nice, like I'm feeling my elbows lifting, just that mid-chest lift. And then slow release that. Good. We'll do some more in our arch flattening curl on that. Beautiful. All right. I'm not going to do too much more on that. I think we kind of got some interesting observations. Let's go ahead, bend your knees, bring the knees up. Let's do our first little rock, lifting that tail, pressing the shoulders down first. So feel as you bring both of them in, shoulders down. Take that belly button, pull it in. See if you can get a sense of lengthening out the lower back. And then bring it all the way down. Press the knees into the hand. Good. Press the lower back into there now. Relax it all. Pull the knees in again. Press the shoulders down. You may need to lift your head and drop it. I did. Then draw your belly button in and pull the knees in closer, lengthening that lower back. How about in that position, some ankle rotations and go the other way. And then just relax the feet. Bring the knees all the way out till those arms are straight. Press the knees against the hands and then just completely release. Good. And then just do it however you want to do it. So if you want to do some circles around there to feel that lower back, doing it side to side. So you get a sense of where each side of the top of the hip is right now. Excellent. And then just bring the feet down hip width. Good work. All right. And just let the body settle to wherever it is. So right now, just neutral spine. Notice what that feels like. Now, what I'm finding interesting is I'm really feeling like how do I say this? I guess it's the tailbone down there where I don't typically feel it that much in my neutral. So just see how your body's expressing. Let's go. We're going to do really slow inhale with the arch. Okay, you guys? So hang in there with me. I know this is slow. Inhale through your nose. Let the belly balloon expand and let that tailbone roll down. And it's just tailbone. You're not using heels. You're not letting the knees go out. Your just tail is down. Feel the gentle press of the tailbone down. And then slowly exhale to neutral. As slowly as you can go. The super slow release is really what does this. And just relax there. Now we're going to do the flatten. So in the flatten, we first inhale. And you don't arch. You just inhale, let the belly balloon go out. And then on the exhale, you flatten. See if you can do the flatten with the pelvis. You're not pressing the heels in. You're not using glutes. Notice if you're squeezing your glutes. See if you can relax them. So now you're feeling that lower back pressing down. No glutes, no feet. And then your own breath, however you need to, just slowly release that pelvis back to neutral. Relax it there. Anytime you have any lower back pain, just doing it like this mind-numbingly slow will take you out of pain for the most part. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to do it with my arms on the ground, palms up. So as I inhale and arch, I'm going to bring the arms up into a V so you can join me. Inhale, arch, letting the pelvis roll under, not using glutes, not using feet, bringing the arms up. And as soon as I get there, I'm going to almost reach my arms out. So I also feel that stretch. For me, it feels higher in the lower back. And then super slowly, just to neutral. Exhale, bring the arms back down, low V. Once you're there, completely relax. Nice. Now, when we do our flatten, we can internally roll those shoulder joints so the arms will come in and you can lift them up a little bit for your curl. You ready? So first inhale. Exhale. Flatten. Internally rotate the arm bones. Bring the arms up. Flatten. Really squeeze across the top of the shoulders as well. And then your own breath, slowly release. Slowly release the back to neutral. Slowly let the arms go back to neutral. And now just completely relax. Good. We're going to do that when we're going to go to neutral and come in. If you want to add on the curl, you can tuck the chin and lift, but only if you're not having neck issues. So let's go again. Inhale, arch, drawing the arms up as well. Good. You can pause at the top. Just notice no glutes, no feet. I'm going to jazz my fingers, reach out. As you do that, where do you feel it? Exhale. Neutral, arms come down by your sides. Completely relax. Inhale. Exhale. Tilt up, flatten. Internally rotate arm bones, arms up. I'm going to tuck my chin and gently lift. Keep internally rotating as much as you can. Feel the stretch across the shoulders. And then super slowly drop back your own breath. Come down, the back comes to neutral. The arms come all the way down. Completely relax. Excellent. Now take the hands, intertwine fingers. We're going to do the hands behind the head. And as we come up, we're going to hug head and do the curl. Okay. So here we are in this position. Inhale, arch. Now notice in the inhale arch, pause at the top. The chin automatically tucks gently, gently, gently press the elbows down. Good. Feel where else you're feeling this. For me, it's up higher in the lower back. Super slow exhale to neutral. Let go of all the tension in neutral. Inhale. Exhale. Curl and under, press lower back. Elbows hug the head. Tip the chin and the lift head and shoulders. Keep pressing that lower back. Drop the head into the hands, lengthen the neck, feel the stretch across the shoulders, and slowly your own breath. Drop back neutral, back. Hands come down, squeeze again, slowly open those elbows out. And relax. Beautiful. Now we're going to add the legs to it. So I want you to bring your feet together. Bring your feet together. Good. Now in the inhale and arch, you're going to let the knees open as you press. On the flatten, you're going to bring them in, squeeze the knees together. That's a new addition. See how you feel with this. So the knees are straight up to the ceiling, feet are together. Inhale, arch. Good. Slowly let the knees go out. Notice what you might be feeling. Gently pressing the elbows, chin is tucked. Does that change where you're feeling it in the lower back? Now, slowly exhale to neutral. Bring the knees back up. Slow, feeling the inner thighs. All the way up. Are you shaking? And bring the knees all the way till they're together. And relax. Beautiful. You ready? Here we go. Inhale. Now on the exhale, you can gently press the knees, press lower back, hug head, tip chin, lift up. Good. It's a gentle press of the knees here. How does that feel? Slowly release. You don't press the knees, but don't open them. Just keep them where they are as you drop. Neutral. And let the elbows come back out. Good. Let's go right into the inhale arch. Inhale arch. Knees come out. Pressing. Ooh. Exhale to neutral. You're still shaking on inner thighs. Mine tend to. Good. Relax everything. Inhale. Exhale. Flatten. Press the knees gently, hugging head, tipping up. Feeling those abs engaged. And slowly dropping it back down. Good. And you can bring your knees straight up and release. Nice. Let's go ahead, take the hands out from back, bring the knees up, and little rocks. Side to side. Now notice how you're feeling on that. If that gave you a little bit of release in there, you might even want to open the knees out a little and in, maybe do knees up, out, drop them down, knees together, the lower legs out. So you're really creating a big circle here. Good work. Woo, super good. All right, now, let's just let the legs go down for a second. Arms down at your side, palms up. Just let go of all the instructions for a moment. Beautiful. Nice deep breath in and out. Excellent. And now we're going to do this psoas release. We haven't done this one in a while. See how you experience it today. We're going to bend both legs up hip width. Good. I'm going to begin. We're going to do it each side. I'm going to begin with my right today on this one. So all I want you to do is put your right hand behind your head. Good. We're going to inhale. Let yourself arch. Good. And on the flatten, bring the knee up and the upper body up. Good. So we're up here on this one and slow, really press that lower back flat, flat. That's the key to this. Keeping it flat, slowly lower the knee and the upper body. Keeping it flat, 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 all the way down. And when you're all the way down flat, flat, relax. Good. Let's do that one more time. I probably didn't do a good cueing in the beginning. So for those of you who haven't done this one before. So let's go ahead. Inhale, arch. Exhale, really flatten the lower back. Keeping it flat is really important. Lifting the knee and that same side, head and elbow. keeping it flat. Now you don't have to lift very high. That's not the deal. The deal is the slow release, keeping the lower back pressing. Slow release all the way down, keeping that lower back pressing. And then once you're completely down, then you relax. Now, if you were able to keep your lower back down on that one, then you can go to the next level, which is bring that same side leg out a little bit further in front of you. So it's a little less bent. Same exact thing. Otherwise, you're going to do it with the leg up. So inhale, arch just a little. Exhale, flatten, lift the leg and the upper body. Again, you don't have to lift high. It's not how high you lift. Press that lower back hard. Keep it pressing as you slowly drop the leg, releasing slow in the upper body. Once it touches, press, press, and then completely release. Beautiful. Now, if you are able to keep the lower back on the whole time, beautiful. You can straighten that leg out. If not, keep it to where you're at. I'm going to straighten mine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, strong, flatten, lifting the leg a little in the upper body. Really press and slow release. Keeping it pressing, keeping it pressing, keeping it pressing until you're all the way completely down. Press even more and then release. Beautiful. Now it's interesting. Drop that arm down. Take the other leg, straighten it. And just notice if you feel on that right side that you just released, does it feel a little bit more open than the other? Just take a notice. That foot might be a little more flopped out. Now the psoas works on both sides, so you might not completely notice a lot. You might wait until you do the other side, but it's always fun to notice. Go ahead and bring the legs back up. Good. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So hand behind that left. We're going to work the left. And it really is nice to, even if you are able to straighten this one, what happens on one side is not the same on the other. So do it each 3 levels, or would stop at whatever level you're ready to do. So inhale, arch. Exhale, strong, flatten, lifting the leg up in the upper body. Really feel the flattening. Slow release down, as slow as you can go. Pressing the lower back. Yeah, these are abs. All the way down and then completely relax. Good. You want to go as slowly as you can. Now, if you are able to do that one, you can straighten that leg down a little bit, but if not, this is not a competition. Listen to your body. You ready? Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten, press lower back hard, lift leg in whatever position and upper body. Press, slow releasing both down. See if you can do them at the same tempo, super slowly. Notice where you might start to shake. All the way down, press lower back even more, and then let it all go. Beautiful. And again, stay there if that was challenging. Or straighten the leg all the way out. Inhale, arch. Here we go. Exhale, strong, flatten, lifting the leg, lifting the head. You can tip the chin in a little bit. Really press strong and keep that strong press as you drop both. Pressing, pressing, pressing all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. And let it go. Woo, good work, you guys. All right, dropping the arm, straightening both legs. Do maybe a little bit of a shake there of the legs. And just notice now, notice how the 2 sides feel. If you feel maybe just a little bit more opening up in the top and those rotators. Beautiful. Let's go ahead, bend the legs again. Bring them in. Now do a little rock. See how you feel now. I think it's really nice to just keep doing that because we're working in there just so that your brain can keep a check. Now, the other place that I find we're so tight, psoas and internal, external hip rotators, the rotators that let your leg go out and in. So we're going to do some nice little releases there, putting your feet hip width. Again, I'm going to start with the right. We've done this one before, but it's always effective. Bring that right foot next to the left. And at your pace, just allow that leg to drop out about halfway. Again, it's very nice to have your hand right in there, kind of at the groin. So you can kind of keep that brain connected to the muscles that are contracting and releasing. So once you're there, you can bring the knee up to the ceiling just a little bit. And then allow it to slowly open just a little further and pause. And then feel the inner thigh maybe contract a little as you bring it in. And let it drop. And pause. Bring it in. And drop it. Notice where you might get shaky. Slow it down even more. Bring it in. Oh, shaking. I gotta really focus. Bring it out. I'm just gonna go one more time on this. You can always come back to this one if you find it challenging. And back out. And in. And back out. And then just allow it to just drop down, completely relaxed. Straighten it out in front of you. Bring the other one down. And now notice. Now, I find I really get a big notice on that one with that hip release, even more than the psoas from a notice from that movement standpoint. And then let's bring them both back up hip width. And this time, take the left foot, put it next to the right, and we'll do the same thing. So drawing it out part way, bringing it in a little, letting it drop out to the side a little. Feel the contraction in when you bring it in a little, and allow it to release back out a little. Bringing it in a little, and back out a little. Just noticing where you're at with it, bringing it in, letting it drop out. Good. All right, and I'm just going to allow you just to let it drop all the way down. Completely relax it on that outside. And then let it slide down in front of you. Slide the other one. And just relax. Notice if that caught up to it. Probably did. All right, now let's release the outside. So go ahead, bring both of those legs up. This time, take the right leg, cross it over the left at the knee. Good. Arms down. And now let's go ahead and let them go over to the left. So both legs drop over to the left. Only go to where you can, and you can take that right arm up by your ear. So you're just letting it open on the side of that. You might feel it all the way into the IT. You can look to the left and slowly bring it back up. Let's just bring it up a little bit. Let's drop it down a little bit. Let's bring it back up a little bit. Drop it back down a little bit. Maybe stretch the arm up. Good. So it's just a play. You can also bring it all the way back up. Relax at the top. And now just bring it down a little bit. And let it come back up. So we're kind of doing it both ways, aren't we? Dropping all the way down a little bit further. Pausing. Bringing it back up a little. Dropping it down a little. Right there, I really feel like I just want to do a nice inhale into my rib cage, stretch my arm up, and then just release and just let it just drop all the way down, completely relaxing. Good. And then you may need to use your abs. Bring it all the way back up. Uncross. Good. And let's cross the left one over the right. Beautiful. Let's I kind of like doing it both ways, but let's try this on this one. Take it down just a little and pause there. I'm also bringing that left arm up. I just get a bigger stretch and just feel that. Then bring it back up to the ceiling an inch or two. And then let it drop down a little bit further. Ooh, I feel that in that piriformis. And lift it up a little. And down a little. And up a little. So I'm just kind of calling it out, but you guys do it at your pace, whatever feels good to you. Now, once you're already down there, that might feel good. But now let's do that same thing, but bringing it back up. So I'm going to bring it up a little, almost like halfway up, and let it drop down a little. And bring it back up a little, and let it drop down a little. So we're kind of doing it from both angles. Bring it up a little bit more. Drop it down a little. And one more time, bringing it all the way up a little. Maybe just drop it down a little. And all the way up. And uncross. Beautiful. And now, let's go ahead. We'll bring our knees in. We'll do one more rock there. See how that feels. And then we're going to do a wide leg stretch out on that, which should also feel really nice. Dropping both legs. Let's bring them out wide. So it's a wider leg. And let's just take maybe the right leg and just let it drop, internally rotate. Good. And again, if you want to take that same side arm up and do a bit of a hug there, feeling that stretch on that hip. And relax back up. Good, maybe find a different angle. I'm going to bring my foot up a little. Same thing though, the idea is to get the internal rotation on that. Stretching it up with a nice inhale and slow release it back. Good, let's go into the other side. So internally rotating that leg. Good. And bringing it back up. And again, maybe finding a different angle, whatever your body's asking for. Strolling it in there. Reaching it up. And if you find a place that's a little challenging, feel free to stay there and work it. What does that mean? It means just maybe going in a little bit and slowly releasing back out. And going in again, just a little bit, maybe a little bit deeper. And releasing it back out. That's a really good place for me, which is why I'm doing it. And just explore this in your body, whatever's feeling good for you. I'm going to go one more time. And back out. Beautiful. All right, let's bring the legs straight down again. Arms down by your side. Let's just give the GPS a couple seconds to release all that. Notice what you're feeling. If you're getting lots of energy moving, might want to just kind of windshield wiper the legs and see how that's all feeling. Good. And let's just roll over. We're just going to do a little bit on our sides. I'm going to grab my pillow. For this one, need a little something to drink. But just get yourself on one side in our sideline position with the knees up. Maybe do a little rocking back and forth here. So we've done a lot of work in here already. Let's just see how we do with this one now. So in that nice 90-degree position, keeping the big toes together, let's start by just intending to lift the top leg. So you just say to the top leg, okay, I'm just going to intend to start. Notice what you feel. And then just drop it down and relax. And if you really felt a lot, just stay with the intention. If you didn't, you're like, no, I'm feeling pretty good. Then you can just start to lift it, but lift it maybe just a little bit and slowly release it down. Relax. Good. And then you explore that. What does your body feel like doing? Maybe lifting it a little higher. Find where you start to shake. Pause there. Maybe drop it down a little and lift it a little. Maybe drop it down a little further to really relaxed lift. Little down, little lift, and then just slowly let it drop all the way down. And relax. You might even want to kind of rock back and forth a little bit. That always gets me very tired. So if you're feeling a lot of fatigue up in those legs, we've worked really hard earlier. So that's interesting. Now, that was that external rotation. Let's do the internal. So keeping that knee there, you're going to slowly lift the lower leg. And in this one, we're not focused on hip up. We're focused on internally rotating that top thigh bone. And maybe even here, like maybe drop it just a little bit and lift it up a little bit. Maybe playing with that. Maybe dropping it down a little and bringing it up just a little. And just seeing where you're feeling it in that. Maybe drop it a little lower and bringing it up a little higher. One of the things you do want to be careful of is to not take that foot back behind. You want to keep the angle the same, right? So in other words, this lower leg is still right on top of the other one. And drop. Nice work, you guys. And a little shake there. Now let's release some side muscle here, just like we're doing. So take that top shoulder, pressing it down, keeping the knee together. Let's lift that. So see if you can feel right at the waist. You may need to roll forward a little bit and slowly release it down. Now we're using that to lift the hip up. And you can even take your hand on the top of that hip and just press it down a little bit. Notice if you do that, you press the hip down, you're going to feel the lift of the waist up off the floor. So you can even just do it that way, like lift the hip up, feel the waist draw down on that side. So it's always the contract one side, which lengthens the other. Press that hip down, feel the lift of the waist, and then just relax, let it all go. Good. Now we're going to take that top arm, bring it up and around the top of the ear, right? So that your elbow is as much towards the ceiling as you can. And here we go, lower, the knee stays together, lower leg lifts, head lifts. So remember, the hand isn't jerking the head, it's just, you can let the head weight relax into the hand. Feel that at the waist, slowly release that. How slow can you release it? And then lift the waist up, lift the elbow up, so you go the other way. So now you contract on the other side and then just come to neutral. Might want to shake, release that out. Let's just do that one more time. So inhale, here we go. Lift lower leg, lift upper body, contracting in the waist. Might want to feel that. And slowly draw it all the way down. And lift the other way. And let it all go. Beautiful. Last one, because this always feels so good to me. Take that top leg, reach it straight out, hip width, flex the foot. Good. That other arm is up here by your ear. Now let that leg roll back as you allow the upper body to come down towards the floor. Reach the fingers up and away. So you're kind of like in that big X. Reach. Then slowly start to bring that leg forward. Keep it hip high. The arm comes up by the ear. and roll the leg back and the upper body the opposite way. Woo. Just play with that, make that a beautiful flow forward and back. Keeping the head on the ground, reach that psoas. So there's another good psoas stretch. NIT band and around. And then just come back to neutral, legs back. Beautiful. And let's go ahead, slowly make your way up. We'll go to the other side for that flow on the other side. '90-degree legs. Hips stacked. Give everybody a chance to get in position and relax. Beautiful. Again, just check yourself, even if you think you are, that the ankle and the knee are in a straight line. I still see some people having their feet back. So you want to make sure that this is 90 degrees. You'll feel it differently in that position. Yeah, better, you guys. Nice. All right, so let's keep the big toes together. We're going to lift this leg. But again, let's start with the intention because each side will feel different. So just intend to lift the top leg. Now, if you don't have any tightness in there, you're not going to feel anything. But if you do, you will. So you'll know. And then I'm just going to lift it up a little bit more. And slowly release and relax. Now you might even feel this. I'm feeling this on the leg that's on the ground because you've just worked that one. And that's your stabilizer. So if that's where you're feeling it perfectly, great. Slowly lift. You might want to go a little bit higher. So I'm going to bring this one higher and then I'm going to slow drop it just a little. And I'm going to lift it a little. And I'm going to slow drop it a little. And lift it a little, and slow drop it all the way down, and do a little bit of a shake in there, get rid of that tension. Let's do the internal rotation. So now knee stays together, focusing on that internal rotation of the thigh bone. And you can do the same thing with this. Maybe go down part way, bring it up, part way, and bring it up. And part way. Notice how the whole body responds to this, doesn't it, as it goes in and all the way. Just let it drop and relax. Beautiful. So now I'm going to put my hand on the top hip. So now we're going to work on doing that movement, but having the hip up and down. So I'm going to put it on my hip and I'm going to press that hip down and really feel the lift of the waist. Good. And then I'm going to allow it to come to neutral, keeping the knee together. I'm going to lift and I might pull that hip up so I get that sense of the hip up with the internal rotation. And then slowly drop it. How slow can you do it? Ooh, Tammy's chunking on down. Yep, and all the way down. Press. Let's go one more time. So slowly bringing it up. I even use my hand on the bottom of that tush to lift it up. Good. And slowly drop. How slow can you go? The slower you go, the more you're working the neurology, lengthening from a brain place and dropping it down. Good work, you guys. All right, now let's go ahead, bring the arm up and around the ear. Good. Elbow straight up, and we'll do both. So bringing it up. Oh, feeling it in the waist, dropping the head weight so that you're not yanking on the neck. And slow, slow, slow release. And then lifting the elbow up and lifting the waist up off the ground. And bring it all the way back and relax. Nice. I'm just going to do it one more time. Knee stays together as we lift this side. and slow release. Once you're down, go the other way, lifting the waist up and stretching that elbow up and out. And then bring it to neutral and give yourself that nice rock a little bit. Good. All right, let's take that top leg up, flexing the foot, hip high if you can, arm up by your ear. Good, taking that leg back and rolling the upper body down. Stretching from fingertip to heel. Woo. And then bring that leg forward as the arm goes back up by the ear. And let yourself come back and open. Beautiful. Notice how far up you can bring that leg and what you feel all the way in the back body. That's also working the spiral fascial lines all the way up and roll. And up again. Oh. And back. Nice work, you guys. And then just bring it in, maybe do a little shake. I'm going to bring my knees in and do just a little bit of a fetal position. Feels good. Stretching it out in that way. And then allow yourself to go right back onto your back. And let's let that GPS just reset completely. And just breathing in, noticing what you're feeling. Super, you guys. And you can just stay here and just allow the whole body to relax. Let go of all the instructions. And just breathe and enjoy some stillness. I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Stop the recording.